Hello and welcome to Huddersfield Town Extra Time, live here from St Andrews in Birmingham. I'm pleased to be joined by Andy Lawson, the breakfast host for Like One, and Michael Hefele, club ambassador and promotion hero. Hef, 2-0 win away from home. St Andrews, can't say any fairer than that, can you?
Nothing to say. Big statement from the team. And well deserved. There was no doubt in any second from my feelings out that we can lose this game. There was this confidence from the team to just win it. Go there, win it, go home. Easy.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it sounds simple, but Andy, that was, I think, the most comfortable I've seen Town all season.
Yeah, I'm loving Hef's confidence and yours as well, Raj. And I'm going to echo that, to be honest with you. If you look at how we played today, we did what we needed to do. That first half contained precisely what we wanted it to be. Yeah, granted, we allowed Birmingham to have a bit more play in the second half. But quite frankly, with the way we're playing at the moment, even if Birmingham had have got one, you're quite confident that we would have continued to, well, hold on to the lead and possibly still even got a third. So I have to say at the minute, delightful performance, brilliant time to be a Town fan.
Yeah, Hefe, I don't mean this to sound disrespectful in any way to Birmingham, but Town in the second half didn't even seem like they got out of second gear. It was very comfortable. They kept him at arm's length. Lee Nichols had to make one good save, and fair to him, Hernandez had a great strike that he forced onto the bar. But other than that, I think that the first half, having built the lead, they just saw themselves through the game, managed their energy, and wanted the 3 points and no more than that.
Yeah, you say it. We manage the game. This is how you play as a team who's sitting in the top six, who is sitting now comfortable on the third place on the table, I think. And this is the way how you play. You do what you have to do. You score your goals. Then you manage, obviously, your banks of four and just see how the game is going on and wait for a counter-attack and kill it off, finish it off. They did it extremely good. And you have to say as well, we are now in this region of this table where you have as well the kind of luck, you know. If we are in the middle or in the bottom, maybe, you know, the strike from Hernandez, I think,
yes,
don't hit the post, you know, it goes from the post inside, or our second goal, how this is, how this was going on, you know. But we are not there, so we don't have to discuss about these things. They played very mature. They deserve this win. Very clever, and this is what you have to do. You manage the game. Don't overpace, because you have to save as well some energy.
Yeah, I think that's the main point, isn't it, Hef? We've got so many games coming up. Peterborough at home on Friday night, and that's followed straight back up at the City Ground against Forest in the Cup, Andy. We did it today with a couple of lads that are usually in the team who weren't. Wardy was rested for the most part. Jordan played up top and did well and worked his socks off. And Leasy was missing out with a big bang on his head that he got from Jordan Hugel in the last game and couldn't travel with the boys. And they didn't seem to really affect the team. I mean, Jordan did as well as he could, had one chalked off, but the lads are threatening up top when they wanted to be. And at the back, we looked as secure as we ever do with, you know, Matty Pearson, Ollie Turton especially stepping up. And you can't really complain when the team can go under changes and still perform to this level so consistently.
We have something that I feel like we've missed out on for a few years. It's real squad depth. We are able to make these kind of changes. We're able to make the choices that actually, you know, we want to rest player A, so player B is going to come in. And everybody does bring their own little unique skill set to the team, but ultimately the team still works. So you're right with Jordan. Jordan does do a different job to Danny Ward, but yet he still did it incredibly well. He had, as you said, the goal chalked off. He could have scored, but he gave the opportunity to Lewis O'Brien, who in the end scored Town's second goal, but Jordan could have got one there. You then look at Danny Ward. Danny Ward gives the Birmingham defence something completely different to worry about. Suddenly he's able to raid down the wings as Jordan hasn't done through the game particularly, or not as much as Danny Ward did, but it's that different skill sets thing. And then again, you look at like the defensive the defensive area. You take Tom Lees out, you bring Levi Colwill in. I mean, what a swap. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's just incredible. And Levi Colwill, almost immediately, those balls that he's able to play down the line and things. Superb play. It's brilliant. Honestly, the squad depth is brilliant. It's a great time to be a Town fan at the minute.
I was going to come on to the birthday boy, and I think he's been given man of the match. I'm not quite sure, but he's in the running for it. Levi Colwill today, 19 years old. I mean this in the kindest possible way. That boy's a bit of a freak, isn't he?
Yeah, positive one, definitely. When you see he was out with an injury quite a long time, and then come in and help the team straight away and play this kind of passes in behind with confidence. He gives a totally different skill set to the team. Like you said, definitely he's playing like the final ball in behind, so he immediately score as well. I know Lee's had to rest today because of the cut, and then you replace him with Colwill, who makes such a great performance and has an immediately impact to the team. He wins. Yeah. He wins like more or less the game with his 1-0 and with his confidence. And yeah, this is just great to see. Unbelievable great to see.
Yeah, Andy, as a town fan then, 17 games unbeaten in all competitions. We haven't lost since November. At some point, it's going to come to an end, but we've got to enjoy it as it. No, okay. I've been told by Michael. No,
why?
No, okay. It won't end ever. This is the way it's going to be for the rest of the time now. Andy, you've just got to enjoy the moment we're in and kind of appreciate the fact that they seem to be getting better somehow during this run.
I agree with Hef. I know that you think, Raj, that I'm kind of the eternal optimist when it comes to being a town fan. But actually, no, if you look at how we do, though, right, I've gone into some of these games recently and I thought, right, this is the game we're going to stumble. I looked at Fulham and I was like, well, actually, we didn't stumble at Fulham. We were brilliant at Fulham. You look then at the game midweek, you think, well, it's the one after Fulham, so we might stumble and we got to go behind. We didn't stumble. We go into. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like we've kind of got ourselves into this cycle now. And as Michael will know more than me as a footballer, but I imagine when you find a way to winning games, you keep finding that way. Also, Michael, earlier in our conversation, he mentioned a word which I think is a really crucial one. We are showing an incredible amount of maturity, even though we have some youngsters in the squad. I mean, Levi Colwill comes in, but shows that maturity. And there's others in the squad. I mean, Saul, but there's maturity in a lot of things he does. And I think that mix that we've got of the youthful players, but with a squad that feels mature, means we do look at games a bit differently. We are able to still work out how to take points from each game. So, yeah, look, I think it's the third time I've said it. It's a great time to be a town fan. Let's enjoy it because this is good fun.
Yes. Michael, are you having fun?
Definitely. Let's enjoy it. Be positive. Enjoy every single game. We are on this unbeaten run, and we created now, the whole club created this winning habit. So we should change as well the mindset. You guys as well, that we go winning ways, no doubt about anything, you know. Maybe we will lose one day, but we immediately bounce back, you know, when we are unlucky. We have this now in our mindset. The lads are believing. I'm believing big time. We all believe. So, and this is very dangerous. When we all start to believe, when the lads starting to believe, when the rhythm is coming, winning of habit, we have this all here, managing the game, play clever. I love this. I love to see how the guys doing it, especially Nichols. He takes his time, goes down a little bit, gets treatment. But you need this kind of reading the game. What do you need in the kind of games? Do we need a rest? Do we need a counterattack? Do we? It's good. You have to have this harmony, and you can't train this. And the lads grow into this habit of winning. So happy days, honestly, happy days.
Hef, I'm going to ask you a slightly cheeky question. The last time that we had a winning habit and felt like this as a club, we had this big German number 44 centre-back playing for us. How much does this team and this season remind you of that 2016-17 campaign in the Championship?
Well, I don't always want to compare these two kind of teams because I think this is a little bit unfair to this team right now.
Yes.
So it's great to see that there are characters on the pitch. It's great to see there's like a belief and a team who is fighting for each other, and hopefully they can do it, obviously. But if you compare these two teams, this is always unfair, and I don't want to talk about the past. We had a great, amazing time, and the circumstances were totally different. So I wouldn't compare it, because when we take our team from 1917 compared to this team, our team would maybe win 5-0, you know? Or lose 5-0, who knows, you know? But I have the confidence about our team. But it doesn't matter, because it's Huddersfield Town. We all have the same desire. We all want to play in the highest league as possible. And I'm more than happy to see them, boom, just do it. Just do it, do it, do it. This is the greatest thing to see. Play for the badge, play for Huddersfield Town, not for your name or for anybody. Just do it for the club.
Yeah, Andy, I think, you know, we're in March. We're on this run. We will be in March, sorry, by the time that you know, that our next game comes around now. And we're on this run. If now's not the time where we can start perhaps considering where this season goes, I'm not quite sure when is. As our optimistic Town fan, what is the mood of Town fans out there? Is it similar to 2016-17? I know Hef saying, you know, his team, and he's got his own biases there, but is there a comparison for Town fans between the mood now and as it was back then?
Well, firstly, Raj, I can't say I speak for every Town fan. There are Town fans who I'm sure every time I'm on the Extra Time show are shouting at their screens going, Andy, you are not representing me. But I do believe that, yeah, there's a real buzz, there's a real feeling. I mean, if you listen to those Town fans today at St Andrews, one thing we were known for when we did go up was the fact that we brought atmosphere to the Premier League. Sorry, Premier League, but we did. And if you hear what we actually did today and what we've done in his previous games, we've got our buzz back. We feel good. I mean, yeah, Hef, you're right in the sense of the team that you were in. Yeah, we could win 5-0, lose 5-0, fine, but it was good fun. It's good fun, but it is different. This team, I mean, look at the the unbeaten run, for example. It's 17 games. It's 3 wins in a week. We've got a really special thing going on here, and there's a lot of players who are putting in a lot of unsung shifts, doing brilliant jobs. We've also got our big star names that we mention often here on the show, Raj. And yeah, I always want to be a bit careful because I am an optimist and I don't want to go kind of saying too much. So fingers crossed. But yeah, this is exciting to watch. Who knows where it can take us? And who says we do have to not win every game from here on? Fingers crossed.
Well, we take it every game at a time. Hef, if you want to do us a favour, we've got a game on Friday night against Peterborough at home. Do you want to tell people who haven't got a ticket that they should?
Definitely. I think they've proven now in this week they're a serious contender, and everybody should be a spectator in the stadium, that they see it firsthand, to be honest, that they are included in maybe a miracle, you know, but they should come, they should back up the team, because now the atmosphere is together. It's just brilliant. It's electric, and everybody should get behind the lads, should get behind the team. The last 2 years, we don't speak about this, but now is the time, you know, they've fallen off the table. We are now there again, you know, and just believe, just do it for the lads, because like they deserve it, honestly. What they create on the training ground, how much work they put in, and they just deserve it. So they did everything what they can do. So we should back them up as well and support them and create this atmosphere. And, you know, even last game when Johnny Russell scored the late winner, this atmosphere in the stadium, in our John Smith Stadium, it was just electric, and you had like these goosebumps in your stomach and the butterflies, and goosebumps, obviously, and it was just such an amazing feeling. And you leave the stadium happy, and you take it in your whole week. So it affects as well your life. So if you want to be happy, if you want to enjoy life, go to the John Smith and get a little bit of this joy.
Perfect, Hef. I couldn't have said it any better myself, and nobody could say it as well as you. So thank you very much, Hef, for joining the show. Thank you, Andy, for joining the show, and thanks to Sportsbroker for making it possible. We'll speak to you all before that Peterborough game on Friday evening.